So it's Friday morning. You know what that means? Another big new release and another movie review roundtable. This week's movie is The Losers. I've dragged fellow filmmakers and actors out of bed on this early Friday morning so we can review the movie for you and let you know, is it worth your 15 bucks or is it not?
I had never even heard of this movie, so it's going to be an interesting adventure. I love Zoe Saldana though, so I'm excited to see her.
I think it's going to be awesome. I'm not looking to improve my brain count, just want it to be a cool film. I'm going to love it.
I actually think this movie is going to be pretty awful. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is hot though, so you know I'll enjoy watching him. The trailer looked a little cheesy and the jokes didn't make me laugh, and I really feel like this is sort of Warner Brothers saying, hey, we want to do the A-Team too, and they made this movie. So we'll see.
It's exactly what I hoped and thought it would be. From the very beginning, I thought it was like a video game. Like I felt like I was playing Call of Duty, and I can't wait till this comes out for my PS3. Because how cool it would be, like you're the dude at the beginning, and you jump out of the Humvee, and it's like 4 or 5 guys, and you gotta kill like 80 people. That's video games. Like,
well, I thought it was like a cross between a Tom Clancy political thriller and last year's G.I. Joe. So I was like, it's okay.
I wasn't a fan of the movie necessarily, but you know, we laughed a lot, which is fun, and it's kind of one of those movies where you probably could have watched on DVD and been just as happy, except those moments that were very theatrical. That's the kind of stuff you can't appreciate, I think, on DVD.
I kind of felt like they threw me in head first, and it took me a really long time to get acclimated to this world and this environment, and I wanted this is the first time I've ever thought this in a movie, but I wanted the actors to slow down and enunciate better because I could not understand what they were saying. I kept going.
That's the whole point of this movie. You said 5 minutes ago that you can get all the stuff in this movie in another movie.
No,
write your own.
What did you miss? What part
at the
of it?
beginning, at the very beginning.
I have 2 questions for you based on what you just said. I have 2 questions.
Okay, go.
No, A, when did you get,
when did I get lost? I'll tell you.
No. I mean, from the very jump, it's like you realize they're on a mission. Like it's very obvious right away that they're on some type of mission. They need air support.
Okay.
So they're probably with the U.S. military.
This is where the women are going to differ than the men, because
there's like an F-16 or whatever it was.
At the very start, I leaned over to Ben and I said, what is going on? And he was like, I was like, I don't understand what's going on. And he goes, that's because you don't have a Y chromosome.
It's true.
Because I want to know who is that guy, and why are they fighting, and what's going on, and what are they doing? What's the goal? What's the objective here? What's the plan? And they just know that some shit's going down.
Nobody knows what's going to happen. All they know is there's a target that's getting painted at this house. Yeah. Something's getting ready to get blown. They're getting air support. It's going to be.
But they were throwing all of these words around, and it's irrelevant to you.
No, it's the setup for hating. It's the setup for hating the bad guy. They need a reason to hate this bad guy. So he tries to kill them.
I didn't even know who the bad guy was until like halfway through the movie. Wow. Okay, this is the one thing I kept thinking throughout the entire movie is the guy, Max, the bad guy. I felt like he was too much of a jerk for me to think that he was amusing. Like he would have these one-liners and I would want to laugh, but I was like, I just hate you too much. You're not entertaining to me. Sometimes he was, but most of the time I was just really pissed off, and that kind of stuck with me.
Yeah, I kind of felt that same way. I remember watching him thinking he's ruthless and he'll do anything, but I wasn't really scared of him. Like it was just like I didn't connect with him at all.
Like you're talking about the bad guy not really being afraid of him, but who cares? Because he had good costume and a Dr. Evil glove on, or like a Dr. Which is fine because that's what I expected it to be, and yeah, I wanted to be those dudes shooting those guns in that movie.
But Chris Evans stole the show for me. He was like awesome.
How much did I love Chris Evans?
Yes. I actually was thinking, you know, when I watched it, that he was the highlight of the film, and that like you were waiting for him to come back on and do something else.
And I even felt like it was a little bit different for him. I mean, as different as he's gonna get. But it was a little, I mean, he was kind of dorky and a little geeky, and I appreciated that.
He had like the best like jokes. He was coming off quick. He had good actor beats. You know, he was like, yeah, snap, snap. Like
Zoe Saldana is without a lot of clothes at a few points in the film, and you can't go wrong. Like, you knew when she knocked on the door, you're like,
hello,
it's on. Right? Hello, it's on. So, you know, that's my feelings.
Well, let's talk about Zoe. I think that
let's talk about Zoe. Please talk about Zoe.
Well, one of my things when I was watching was the scene when they, you know, Jeffrey D. Morgan and Zoe are basically, you know, getting it on, and all I thought was, God, there is something for everyone in this movie. She is one of those actresses that is beyond like badass action hot girl. Like, she has a vulnerability the entire time. So the whole time you give a shit about her, and you can tell that she's in a place where even though she could kick your ass, could be hurt.
They use Journey in the movie.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. You can't go wrong with that song, right? Like, da, 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 like, that's like, you get to hear Journey in a film, and I kept thinking when he was first singing the song, Chris Evans was singing it, I was like, I wonder if they have to pay the rights for him just to be able to sing it. I didn't know, and then they just went ahead and played the song. Yeah,
it is like the perfect, most odd moment. Yeah. You know, that's like what made totally it so awesome.
They made it work for the film. Like, it was a reason for him to do it.
It was so great.
Yeah, that's like the one song that they played in the entire thing.
Is what made it worth it to me.
The snook was pretty cool. Like, I've never seen that in a movie. You know, something that actually like twists like the physics of, like, you know, an island, you know, it's like
totally engulfed the island.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
The nukes were green. They threw that line in there. But now green.
Eco-friendly terrorism, which is the way the country is going.
That is important.
That was a hilarious line.
Earth Day was yesterday. This movie came out today. It's fitting.
That's a sign.
Look, if the president and high schools have to be environmentally responsible, then so do terrorists and third world criminals. I'm just saying, look, just because a bad guy wants to blow up the world doesn't mean he shouldn't be eco-friendly and efficient while doing it. That's all I'm saying.
A lot of shots were really cool because they were setting up like a comic book, like somebody right in the front of the frame and then only seeing his legs. I actually liked that.
Yeah.
I thought and I also thought the coloring, like a lot of the coloring, all like the reds and the greens and the way the lights would show, and I was like, this is a beautiful movie, like as far as like making it look like a comic book. But I always say that if you're paying attention to those things when you're watching it, you're not really enjoying the movie. Yeah.
I mean, I hear what you're saying on that, but like, you know, like Crouching Tiger, like you're looking at all the things, but that was part of what they were trying to express with the movie was just some of those beautiful cinematic, you know, elements, the colors and the, you know. But of course I'm gonna notice it. It's like
the difference between Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, There Will Be Blood, Avatar. I'm gonna go see those movies more than once. I'm not trying to see this again. I'm gonna buy the DVD again for those movies. This movie, once.
Right.
I don't need to see it a bunch of times. So.
Yeah, go see it. If you like this kind of movie, don't have too high of expectations, but you'll have a good time if you like action. Don't go to a matinee. Don't spend too much money on it.
If you're a guy and you like a little bit of action and you love Zoe Saldana like I do, and you're a woman and happen to like Homeboy from Grey's Anatomy, then definitely go see it.
I love the movie, but save it for home. Watch it at home on the big TV with all the sound, and you can sit on your couch in your underwear and have just as good of a time, so don't go.
I think it was okay. It was a good popcorn movie, and it sets up what we're gonna see later on in the summer.
So I can't really recommend this movie. I think that it's a fun time for $6. I don't think you should go on your Friday night and waste your money unless there's nothing else to see. It's definitely more of a guys go hang out movie than a date night movie. I think it's one of those films that it's way more fun if you're the actor in the movie as opposed to the person watching it. So that's why I think everybody took the roles, and that's why I think this movie is made. But, you know, buy it on Blu-ray.